Hello everybody, welcome back to Body Tuning Live. Today we're going to start in the seated position and do lots of gentle movements and try to loosen up the area between our shoulder blades and our thoracic spine today. Okay, I titled this video Invitation to a 5-Day Fast because, as I described in the description below, my brother and I are going to start a 5-day fast this coming Monday. If you would like to join us, you can email me and we can create a support network for each other. It really helps to have people on your side when you're fasting. It's definitely hard to make a 5-day fast alone. Okay, so the more people we get, the more fun it'll be. And if you have questions or concerns, you can also email me if you're even just curious about things for fasting. But there's an abundance of information on Google. If you just look up, is a 5-day fast good for me? Okay, so let's get right into today's program. And if you're interested, you email me later. Okay, and I will still continue to do these classes all next week. So you'll see me go through the fast, and hopefully that'll give me strength to make it to the end as well. Okay, here we go. We're gonna revisit some of our slow breathing techniques here. As we start to move the arms easily, we're going to start to spend more time at the bottom of the exhale. Okay, we're going to do the consolidated breathing, where we take a small breath in, small breath out, and then we rest at the bottom. Okay, so we're getting and moving, no breathing, and another breath. Resting at the bottom. Good at sitting forward on the chair, letting the arms dangle. You're going to shimmy the chest and notice how you can get the arm to roll against the body. And bouncing the hands on the thighs. Shaking out the wrists. Again, spending time at the bottom, no air, no breathing, and breathing in and out, and spending time at the bottom. Good, starting to incorporate the shoulders lifting a little bit. You want to try to use the elbow here to drop into the ribs firmly enough that you get some kind of impact, like when we hit ourselves and do the beating. We want to use the elbows to hit the ribs on both sides, okay? You can, if you're sensitive, you can kind of feel how this pressure goes into the body to stimulate the organs, okay? Good, easy circles. Let the hands travel down and around the knees. Good, shimmying down the middle, letting the head fall. Just a little bit and slowly up. See, when we want to work on the thoracic spine area, It's not helpful for us to bend this far down because we start to use the lumbar spine. So when we're working up top, we need just to bend till we feel the change in the thoracic spine, stretching, rounding over. You can also think about bringing the chin towards the chest and the chest towards the pelvis. And easy up and down. No breathing, and breathing in and out. No breathing. Good, getting the shoulders to move up and back. Keep moving the shoulders up and back till the muscles start to get stale. Right, when you start to feel, like now I'm getting the burning, it's getting harder to lift them. Oh. Good. Wrapping around the front of the knees and back again. Notice how my buttons on my shirt move from side to side, right? I don't just move the arms, but I rotate also the chest. Also notice how the turning in of the hand helps this rotation. Right? The more I turn my arm over, the more it wants me to twist that way. Good, shaking the hands out. Good, reaching one arm over, we're just going to rub the side of the body here. Yeah, get the ribs, scratch the ribs open. Good. This helps to train the rotator cuff muscles. Okay, try to use as smooth a movement as possible. Letting the chest come forward as you toss the ball backwards, right? Throw something backwards. Good. Shaking the arms out next to the body again, shimmying from the chest, letting the friction of the arm against the leg cause the rotation. Good. Hanging to one side, shaking the arms up. Good. Starting to lengthen the exhale deeper. Good. We're hitting the drinking bird exercise. You can see from the side how my spine stays very straight and I flex down here from the hips. Right? Let the arms be lazy and heavy, gliding along the thighs. Try to use the mind to feel the friction between the hands and the legs. Revisiting our rotation pattern. And again, notice how the arms move in coordination with the rotation. As one arm turns down, it rolls the shoulder and helps the body turn. And the opposite on the way up, as you turn the arm open, the body naturally wants to draw in and away as this one turns down. Right? So try to feel the switching of the hands and arms as a way to increase the rotation through the body. And try to get that elbow to suck in behind you. Good. Rounding over and ungluing the shoulder blades. Get the shoulder blades to bounce up towards the air while the spine is curled forward. Good. Good, rotating. I'm going to start to speed up a little bit here, okay? We've got the pattern down now. Let's see what we can do. Arms still loose, riding along the thighs, but moving swiftly. Notice how when you try to force the rotation faster, the core naturally starts to tighten, right? As it handles the change of direction, it naturally involves some engagement in the core. You don't have to think about doing it, right? You just think about getting the hands and arms to rotate quickly, quickly, quickly. Right, dropping down a little bit and back up. Good. Let's look at this very common stretch that's done now when we cross the arm across the body. Okay. What's important to understand here is that if you want to stretch the shoulder joint, you need to push the elbow in towards the body as you draw it across. That way the shoulder blade stays where it is. You focus on pushing the arm backwards into the socket while you draw it across the body. Then you should be able to feel the stretch in the back of the shoulder area. If you don't do that and you simply draw across the body, you'll start to stretch the upper back here by simply dragging the shoulder blade around the front of the body. This is a different kind of stretch. I want to focus on the shoulder joint today. So in order to do that, we need to push the elbow into the socket, right, on here, and from there, continuing to apply inward pressure, we can drag the arm across the body, looking for just a gentle sensation in the back of the shoulder. Ideally, without the shoulder blade coming around the body, the elbow should be able to make it to the midline. See, I'm a little bit short here. I should be able to get the elbow here, but notice how I have to use my shoulder blade to get it there. So I want to improve this movement here. So I'm pushing in and just going to where I feel the stretch and then rocking into the stretch a little bit more. Also, using my relaxation techniques, I'm going to try to sink in as quickly as I can to release the mind and body during the stretch. Imagining the shoulder muscles with my mind. Using the imagination to try to feel them lengthen. Now I'll throw in a contract, relax stretch like we did yesterday, pulling the elbow outwards against the resistance of my hand. 5 seconds holding. Now I really feel the stretch in the back of the shoulder. And I'm just going to easily release, sinking in and forcing over. And I'll do another contract, relax, pushing against my hand. And releasing farther across the body. Okay, looks like I'm getting somewhere now. Let's try again. If I lift the arm up to 90 degrees and I reach across without dragging the shoulder blade, I'm getting pretty close. Before I was here, I've gained a few inches. Okay, it's pretty close. I'm going to leave that one alone for today and check the other side. Go up to 90 degrees and just come across without letting the shoulder blade get involved. Right, I'm still letting this travel backwards, making sure I don't round the shoulder blade around. And here, I could use a little bit of help. So again, I'm pushing in and coming across the body, releasing, sinking in. Using the imagination to inhabit the muscles on the back of the shoulder. Imagining the muscles lengthening with each exhale. Releasing as much of the body as I can during the exhale. Pulsing across. Now I'll add in the contract relax element where I'm going to push the elbow against my grip here. Boom, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, and just relaxing the shoulder joint and taking up any slack that was made. Again, pushing again, boom, holding, hold the contraction, 4, 5, and releasing, sinking in. Okay, whew. That one went a lot deeper, a lot more quickly than the other side. So I'm gonna recheck that. It already kind of feels sore, so I probably got some, wow, look at that difference. Before I was about here, much better, okay? So I've made some improvement in the back of my shoulders. Now let's open up that area between the shoulder blades and the spine. I like to use the hugging exercise for this. And you need to try to reach around enough to grab the shoulder blades. If you can get that, then we can start to use the breathing to pull them apart. It's like lean forward and round and take a deep breath in. I focus on expanding the ribs in this area, and the grip against the shoulder blades helps pull them forward while the back expands open. Right? So you get a good, nice reach, grab the shoulder blade bones, dropping down, taking a big breath through the ribs. You can also think about pushing the elbows forward while you make the stretch. I prefer to try to push them down and forward to avoid this hunching movement. We really want to get on this down and forward angle. Okay, I'm going to switch my grip now so I stretch the other side of the shoulders. Okay. Again, breathing in, round it over, breathing into the back. And now pushing the elbows forward. Good. Okay, let's get this chest open a little bit now, okay? I'm gonna do some of this tapping. I'm using the beaks, the firm beaks, going just underneath the collarbone, all across here. We'll start to release the body deeper. Try to feel the upper chest get soft. Moving to a fist, beating with the soft fist. Adding back in our drinking bird. Bird. Good, shaking out the arms, dropping the arms by the side, getting the biceps and elbows to lengthen here. Boom, boom. Throwing them down and back. Also, you can see how loose my wrist is, right? You can kind of see it fly, hanging in the air. I try to keep the wrist very loose, and like a whip, right? The whole arm's like a whip. Right, if you have the chair directly under you, you notice you can't drop straight down and hit the chair. So you need to use a little bit of rotation to get the arms out to the sides a little bit. just trying to flick open the front of the elbow, right? We can use different hand placements to get different aspects. But if you haven't read the full description yet, I'll take this moment while we continue this movement to just clarify why I believe fasting is helpful for me and people who feel comfortable trying it. And most people's reaction is that, why would I fast? Because I have very little weight to lose. But this is not the reason that people should fast. Number one, it's not a sustainable lifestyle. You can never just continue fasting. So using it as a weight loss tool, it's kind of like, doesn't make sense, right? It's more like just you get one big bang and then what? You're back to yourself. You know? But what it does give you is an enormous amount of rest for the organs, which helps you handle all the garbage in your body. As the body gets hungry, it starts to eat your body for food. But the body is very smart. It doesn't start to eat the healthy parts of the body. The first thing it does is recycle used proteins, muscle cells that have fatigued out or burnt out, cellular waste that hangs around. Right? Not all of our cells live forever. In fact, none of them do. Right? We're constantly replicating ourselves. So those old cells need to be cleaned out of the body and new proteins need to be put down in place. So when we get into a deep fasting state, it's like turning on the garbage disposal, but it's also the recycling bin at the same time. So we clean up all the garbage and we reuse those proteins in our body to rebuild healthier structures. That's why where humans are able to fast for quite a long time without food, as long as you keep your hydration levels in check. Because we're actually using the garbage that's sitting around in our body as good fuel and rebuilding healthier tissues. So usually the result after a deep fast is that the muscles become more lean and much more soft. We generally become a little bit more flexible, and the nervous system starts to regulate itself. Because the body starts to seek efficiency during the fast, it stops wasting energy on aggression and anger. Right? You'll have mood swings that will be challenging at times, but generally by the end of the fast, you're left with a deep peace of mind and a quietness inside of the body, since the nervous system realizes, this is not worth my energy getting upset about. I have much more important things to think about. Okay? It's really a profound experience if you can make it through all 5 days. So I hope you'll consider joining me next week. Good. Now we're going to focus on this movement between the shoulder blades, right? Squeezing together and letting them travel out and down. Okay, we're going to pump this for a while. I have a nag in my thoracic spine I've been getting to this whole time. And I'm getting closer, it feels better, but something's still not quite right. So I'm going to try to go a little deeper into the body right now and just use this pattern while I visualize the muscles closing around the spine and releasing from the spine, closing around the spine. Right, I try to use as much detail as I can in the imagery, really try to see the muscle fibers gripping each other and sliding over each other, and then releasing and sliding apart again. We're going to stretch the lower back a little bit more, going deeper here. Shaking the head, hanging down. Good, let's take this to a standing position and see if we can get this last bit of the thoracic spine cleaned out in a second. Yeah, it's going down. Oh. Yes, stretching down and around. I loved how my hair hangs with gravity. It's very important that the head also hangs with gravity. And we try to use the gravity to our advantage, pulling us down and around. Like a pendulum, right? No sudden movements, but giving in. Like you're going over the top of a roller coaster. We need to only guide the momentum, right? We just kind of guide the movement. Gravity is our friend. All right, if you feel uncomfortable going that low, it's no problem. You can go to any height you want. You can even, no problem. The point is to feel the gravity dropping through. Down one leg and up the other leg. Good, walking out the geometry. Good, everybody. Thanks for watching today. It's a nice, easy session to try to open up the shoulders a little bit. I would say the most valuable information there is about this stretch, about how you're handling this so you don't let the shoulder blade come around the front. So we can distinguish separating the shoulder stretch from the back stretch, okay? So again, if you're interested in the fasting, send me an email this weekend. We'll be starting, me and my brother, on Monday regardless, so I hope some of you will consider joining us. Have a great day, and I'll see you Monday. Not too hungry yet.